Dehumidifiers. In this video, we're talking about dehumidifiers and why you might want or need one. We use them in our studio to work with sugar, so things like royal icing cookies, or for making gum paste flowers or sugar pieces for on top of cakes or for decorations. These are a fantastic thing to have on hand, and we usually make ourselves a little space in a room so that we can make a really dry environment so those pieces dry out quickly and stay really stable for us. So it's an important tool to have on hand if you're doing a lot of that work. Now, if you just have a home and maybe have a little bit of a musty smell in the basement, or it gets a little humid down there, this is also good to have for that as well, because it's going to take that excess moisture out of the air. So it comes with some different stuff, and a lot of the little pieces come down in the bucket on this unit, and you can see there's a handle in there, which is fantastic. There's a little splash guard that you can remove and replace, and a lot of the other items that come with it are going to be down in there. So you have your drain tube, which you can hook up if you want to leave it on continuously and you have a sink or something that you can drain this into. The power cord also comes in there, and you'll need to plug it in the back, and the power cord winders as well. So the bucket itself, really easy. Once you get that splash guard back on there, you just want to flip that handle forward. Make sure it's lined up before you press it in, and it should go in really nice and easily. You do want to make sure everything's lined up because you want to make sure that the water is actually draining into the bucket. There's also a little foam float in there, and that's going to tell this unit when it's full, so don't remove the float. It's very important to have that actually in there, and don't take it off because you want it to stop when it's full. So that you can take the bucket out and empty it. So we're going to flip it around and show you the back so you can see the power cord and where it drains. So you can see we've put the little power cord winders that come inside that bucket right on there. They're really easy just to pop into place, and if you're not using it, you can wind that power cord up on the back, which is nice, keeps it neat. The power cord itself, easy enough to plug in there. And then if you want to use the continuous function and hook that drain tube up, you simply just need to unscrew the cap, and then you can screw that drain tube on there and put it into a drain, or a lot of people will put it directly into something like a mop sink or something like that, so that your water is draining out continuously, which is nice because then you don't have to stop and empty the bucket unless you want to or need to. I always prefer to just empty the bucket so I can check on it, and I remember to check on it daily, but that's more of a personal preference. The other thing back here is the filter. There's an indicator light on top that'll tell you when it's time to be changed, when it needs to be cleaned, and it's easy enough to pop off and clean when needed. So we're going to take a quick little cut and show you the control panel on top. So we've got our display panel in shot now, and you can see we've got a nice little screen up there in the middle, where you're going to use it to control it. You've got your power button to turn it on and off. You've got the plus and minus symbols on either side of that. That's to control the humidity setting, and it's going to go between 30% and 90% relative humidity, and you're going to adjust it in 5% increments. So if you want a much drier environment, go closer to 30. If you want something that's more humid, you want to go closer to 90. You have a little fan indicator light. You can turn your fan on and off. And you've also got a filter indicator light over here. So when the filter needs to be cleaned, that'll come on for you. You've also got a little indicator light to show you when your bucket is full. So if it's just running continuously and that bucket needs to be changed, that's going to come on for you. And you've also got some cool functions, like there's a continuous running function, so you can just turn it on so it runs continuously. And that little indicator light next to that display will come on when that's on. And you've also got things like a timer, so you can set a timer and just have it run for increments. And then you've also got a sleep mode as well. So you've got a nice set of controls for your unit to help you make it suit your needs. And there's also a great handle on top as well. So if you need to pick it up and move it around to different areas, it's easy enough to do. So overall, it's a really nice unit. It performs well for what we need it to. It really helps us when we're working with our sugar pieces. And if we have any issues with humidity, we can pop it in those spaces.